One of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about was how much is too much for the Bears to trade to move up for you.
Phil, we just had this conversation, and I think, listen, it depends on the Bears get pushed aside. Listen, Kansas City went from 27 to 10 the year that they drafted Mahomes. So moving from 20 to 14 isn't, or to 4, excuse me, if it's Atlanta, if it
could be Atlanta, it could be.
This is what it's going to cost you. So let's just say it's Atlanta at 4.
Mm-hmm.
You're given number 20 overall. You're given your 2022. You're given your 2023. And you're given a 2022 third.
Okay.
If Atlanta called Ryan Pace draft night and said, that's the deal, you have 30 seconds, non-negotiable, I would sign immediately. Yep.
I would too. That would be about enough to where I would want to go. What about you, Phil?
I'm all in on. I'm not the capologist. I'm the fuck a cap guy because I believe it is manipulation and collusion.
Oh, it is, but it still matters too.
It doesn't really matter because they can manipulate it. Again, it does, but it really doesn't because they can manipulate.
If there's a player that you want, you can go get him. But
exactly, no matter what, they can get anybody they want if they structure it and there's a mutual interest. Now we're going to push that money in the future. But when it comes to draft capital, a lot of people, oh my God, first round picks. Oh my God. For me, no, because this guy has shown me he can't make first round picks. So hopefully, Matt Nagy, you, as much as I hate this, Kenneth, I hate even saying this and putting this into the universe, Ryan, in Arizona. The fact of the matter is, if this coach has identified the quarterback that he wants is there at 4, and he's willing to trade what Shayne is, then that's what you got to go with because it's not fantasy football on NBC Sports.
You want to give NFL. More of the future picks because where it's vital, where it is critical, is you have to try to construct a deal where you keep your 2 and your 3 this year.
You got to get that offensive line.
You have to, and
this is a deep tackle draft.
It is.
I love the tackles.
If you're going Justin Fields at 4, I don't care about I don't care about a cornerback. I don't care about a wide receiver. You're going offensive line, and you know what?
We're all on the same page.
I'm not against them doubling up on it.
I was about to say, go get another. Go get another in the third round.
Get a fucking center too, right there in the third round. Get the best center.
If they came away with Justin Fields and
Jalen Mayfield
in the second round, and then Creed Humphrey in round 3 if he was there.
Dances in the street.
Oh man,
Creed Humphrey.
I won't bring it up again, but we'd be doing that club dub thing, right? Yeah.
I definitely will dance. If that was the draft, I will dance on the show because we're going to cover.
That being said, I think
Creed
Humphrey's going to go a lot higher than round 3, but that to me is the blueprint. If you can come away with 2 offensive linemen and a quarterback like that, but you're pushing away future assets, sign me up today.
So wait, real quick, Phil. Sam Mustipher's not the answer at center.
Listen, Sam Mustipher came in and showed me the disposition to play the position. However, he's sloppy and out of shape and not physically strong enough at the point of attack yet. That doesn't mean I know he's working with Olin Kreutz. So is my boy Dieter Eisland, who has the right temperament. Have you ever heard of Dieter? He played at Yale. He became an All-American offensive guard at Yale. This kid's disposition, he played organized football for 1 year, got a full ride to Yale. He went to Choate, Rosemary Hall here in the next town over where I grew up in Wallingford, Connecticut, where Angelo and went from Choate to Yale, became an All-American offensive guard, but COVID happened, so he wasn't able to play in preseason. but his tape and his athleticism, he was a rugby player, a star rugby.
Remember that name.
I think I have seen his story.
Remember that name.
He came on our show.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's working with Olin Kreutz.
They've been working out
Alex Bars
on the interior.
Sam Mustipher, and they've moved Dieter to center, which I am excited about because Dieter is here.
He's a dog.
Graduate from Yale, right?
Yeah.
But here as well as being smart, he's a fucking maniac. I'm telling you, this guy has the disposition.
You gotta see this dude's hands, biggest hands I've ever seen in my life.
He has his hand up against the logo of my shirt here. It's the whole logo.
It's
his hand.
Looks.
I'm like, holy.
It doesn't even look.
I'll send you the picture. So
okay.
You can see it. You got to see. He took a picture of him wearing our hoodie. And his hand is up like this or something, and it's nuts. The whole bigger than the logo on the sweatshirt. Yeah. I go, look at the fingers look like Chicago sausages.
Sam Mustipher is worth moving forward with, but he can't.
Brats, exactly.
Sam Mustipher isn't good enough to prevent you from capitalizing in the draft. And that's what Chicago has done. Chicago has always said, like, I love Darnell Mooney. Don't get me wrong, but Darnell Mooney even isn't going to prevent me from adding another.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
That's where Bears fans are so.
Oh, we already got a receiver
because we got Darnell Mooney.
In this draft, listen. In this draft too, you take a flyer on a. No, I'm
write the name down. Write the name down. Jalen Darden, North Texas wide receiver.
Write it
down.
Check
that dude out.
And magic marker, double it, like rainbow it.
Jalen Darden.
The kid is an unbelievable talent.
Nuts.
He worked with our friend of our show, Rashad Whitfield, the footwork king. Darden out of North Texas. Check this kid out. He's actually in the rap video that I'm producing. I put a clip of him because I want people to see this kid. I'm like, he jukes the crap out of this DB. Like, it looks like young Wes Welker. Just and the guy just fall. Oh my God. I'm like, this kid is going to be a star. But yeah, what was that? Mustipher. I want Sam to do good, but Shayne hit it out of the park. That's exact. This offensive line needs some personalities that are alphas. We have
mentalities.
We don't have the guy that's pointing the finger in the freaking Packers face and this is football. This isn't freaking soccer. And let's give everybody an award after we've all played. We need some dogs out there. And the last time you did have dogs, you won. You had Reuben Brown, Olin Kreutz, John Tate. You guys were able to run the football pass.
Put Fred Miller in there if you're going to talk
Big
about
Fred
Olin.
taking black eyes.
I was thinking about that this morning, ironically.
Roberto Garza. You had dogs. You knew at least you're going to go out there and you're going to be in a fight. Without this line, I mean, as bad as the quarterbacks played, this offensive line's attitude alone in assignments has been bad. So we did a mock draft, Kenneth, real quick. All the quarterbacks went off the board. So we ended up taking offensive tackle, Eichenberg with the 20th pick, or we traded back. We ended up getting another second. We took Eichenberg at like 28. Then we took Leatherwood in the second round, and then we took Creed Humphrey with our second round pick. We had 3 offensive lineman faces, and we rebuilt that, and then we ended up getting a quarterback in Davis Mills in the third round.
Yeah, this was
a few weeks ago. But
that's
how we attacked the draft. So this Wednesday, we're going to have all these patrons, Kenneth, on Keeping It 100. They're all going to be a GM of their team. They have 3 minutes. They're going to come on live on the air, the whole 9 with me and Shayne. They're going to make their selection for the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're going to ask why they did it. Fans are going to be grading it. We're going to have grades. So hopefully you tune in, check in. Maybe we'll pull you on the show to give your thoughts on the Bears pick, because we have a special guy selecting for the Chicago Bears, one of our patrons, Spencer Strong. I remember when you were on and we were doing shout outs, we dedicate our shout out segment to his family, but his son is struggling. He's a toddler here with brain
2 years
cancer.
old. He's got brain cancer.
Brain cancer. So it's been up and down for this family. So we always have the Spencer Strong segment. So his dad's coming on the show finally, and he's going to make the selection for the Chicago Bears. I hope he don't mess it up.
So I told him, I said, we understand what you're going through, but these fans will still come after you, bro.
Definitely.